Finance YouTubers are supposed to be experts, right? They give advice to millions of people about stocks, real estate, and building wealth. But here's the uncomfortable truth. They get it wrong sometimes. A lot. Today, I'm breaking down the biggest mistakes top finance YouTubers have made, what they got wrong, and what we can learn from their failures. Let's get into it. Before we start, let me be clear, I respect these creators. They've helped millions of people improve their financial lives. But nobody's perfect, and learning from mistakes is just as valuable as learning from successes. So let's look at what went wrong. Mistake number 1. Meet Kevin and the I sold everything disaster. Meet Kevin is known for his daily market coverage and bold predictions. But his most famous call might also be his worst. In early 2022, when the stock market was starting to decline, Meet Kevin made a dramatic video titled, "I Sold Everything." He sold his entire stock portfolio, millions of dollars, because he predicted a major crash was coming. He went all cash and told his audience he was sitting on the sidelines until things got better. What happened next? The market did drop further through 2022, so initially his call looked genius. He was avoiding losses while others were bleeding money. But here's where it went wrong. Meet Kevin stayed out of the market for months. And when the market started recovering in late 2022 and rallied hard through 2023, he missed massive gains. The S&P 500 is up over 40% from those lows. Anyone who sold everything with Kevin and didn't get back in missed that entire recovery. Even worse, when Meet Kevin finally bought back in, it was at higher prices than where he sold. His dramatic market timing strategy actually cost him money compared to just holding through the dip. The lesson? Market timing doesn't work, even when you watch the market every single day. The I sold everything strategy sounds dramatic and gets YouTube views, but it usually underperforms just buying and holding index funds. Don't try to time the market based on YouTube predictions. Mistake number 2. Financial education and the overconfident stock picks. Jeremy from Financial Education loves to share his stock portfolio and pump up his individual stock picks. He's made some great calls. He was early on Tesla and made a fortune. But he's also made some absolutely terrible picks that cost his followers a lot of money. One example, Rocket Companies, the mortgage lender. Jeremy was extremely bullish on this stock. He made multiple videos hyping it up, showed it as a major position in his portfolio, and encouraged his audience to buy. The stock was trading around $20 to $25 at the time. Today, Rocket Companies trades around $10 to $12. It's down over 50% from when Jeremy was heavily promoting it. Anyone who bought based on his enthusiastic recommendation lost half their money. And that's not the only one. He was bullish on SoFi at $20, it dropped to $5. He promoted Skillz as a growth stock, it crashed 90%. His portfolio of individual stock picks has significantly underperformed a simple S&P 500 index fund over the past few years. The problem isn't that he makes bad picks, everyone does. The problem is the overconfidence. When you tell hundreds of thousands of people to buy a specific stock with absolute certainty, and it drops 50%, that's a lot of people who lost money following your advice. The lesson here? Individual stock picking is incredibly risky, even when the person seems confident. Most investors, including finance YouTubers with millions of followers, would do better just buying index funds. Confidence is not the same as accuracy. Mistake number 3. Dave Ramsey and the terrible investment math. Dave Ramsey has helped millions of people get out of debt with his baby steps program. His debt advice is solid, but his investment advice? Questionable at best. Kevin O'Leary later claimed he didn't know about the fraud, that he was just a paid spokesperson, but the damage was done. His endorsement gave FTX credibility. People trusted the platform because Mr. Wonderful from Shark Tank was promoting it. After the collapse, Kevin continued to defend crypto and even suggested that more regulation would fix the problems. But for the people who lost their life savings on a platform he promoted, that's not much comfort. The lesson here? Be extremely skeptical of celebrity endorsements, especially in crypto or other speculative investments. Just because someone famous or rich promotes something doesn't make it safe. Do your own research and don't trust anyone who's being paid to promote an investment. So those are 5 major mistakes from top finance YouTubers. Meet Kevin's market timing fail.
Number 1, I lost money. A lot. I would guess I'm probably down out of the whole like advisory, plan and biz and the ETF thing. Yeah, somewhere around $1 million. And that's because even though we were charging 77 basis points, which, it's a decent amount for an actively managed ETF. It's the average is somewhere around 75. Some charge 1%, some charge 1.25 or whatever. But it's not as cheap as just an index fund, right? The problem is, I don't really get any of that.
So there you go, guys. Kevin talks about how he lost $1 million on his ETF. That's impressive, Kevin. I don't know how you can fuck it up that bad.
Financial education's terrible stock picks. Dave Ramsey's unrealistic return expectations. Minority Mindset's poorly timed real estate push. And Kevin O'Leary's FTX disaster. What can we learn from all this? A few key takeaways. First, nobody can consistently predict the market. Not even people who dedicate their entire day to watching it. Market timing fails more often than it succeeds. Buy and hold index funds beats trying to time entries and exits. Second, individual stock picking is really hard. Even confident finance YouTubers with research teams get it wrong constantly. Unless you have a genuine edge and lots of time to research, you're better off with diversified index funds. Third, be skeptical of anyone promising returns significantly higher than historical averages. If someone's promising 12% or 15% or 20% annual returns, they're either lying, taking on massive risk, or setting you up for disappointment. Fourth, timing matters with all investments. Just because real estate or stocks or crypto worked great for someone in the past doesn't mean now is the right time to jump in. Market cycles exist. Don't buy at obvious peaks, just because a YouTuber is still bullish. And finally, influencer endorsements mean nothing. YouTubers get paid to promote things. They have conflicts of interest. They might genuinely believe in what they're promoting, but that doesn't make it a good investment. Always do your own research. Here's my honest take. Finance YouTubers provide value by educating people about money, but they're not fortune tellers. They make mistakes, they have biases, and they sometimes prioritize content over accuracy. Use them as one source of information, not your only source. Learn principles from them, but don't blindly follow specific investment recommendations. And definitely don't make major financial decisions based on a YouTube video. The best investment strategy is usually the most boring one. Buy low-cost index funds, invest consistently regardless of market conditions, hold for decades, and ignore the noise. That beats market timing, stock picking, and following YouTuber hype cycles. What do you think? Have you ever followed finance YouTuber advice that went wrong? Let me know in the comments. And if you want more honest analysis of what finance creators are doing, subscribe and hit the notification bell. I'll see you in the next one.